The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood Redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Urban Wellness and Beauty, featuring weekly commentary on urban health, beauty, and lifestyle. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood Redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Urban Wellness and Beauty.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
Hey. Here we go. I was like, where's the music at? Welcome to another episode of Urban Wellness and Beauty, where we talk about everything beauty, health, and fitness. I'm your host, Chloe Onyx. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I am Madison Chase, the trainer to the stars, and the star in you, because I feel like everybody is a star. You just need someone like me to bring it out of you.
That's right, because I need you to bring it out of me.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later.
What's going on, everyone? I'm your fit man, Cortez West, and sitting next to me is the beautiful.
Hey everyone, I'm Erica. I am your beauty blogger, bringing you tips and tricks from your backyard to around the world.
Hey guys, I am Jacquelyn Umof. I am a celebrity trainer, dancer, and got lots of knowledge.
I can do a split very well.
Right? Have you guys checked out her Instagram though?
I have.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Jacquelyn.
That was crazy.
Hit Jacquelyn if you want to like touch your nose with your toes. You hit her.
Yeah, from the back.
Yeah, pretty much. And speaking of that, hot topics, Jacquelyn.
Hot topic. Okay, so my hot topic, it was in Yahoo News, and I bring it up because it is in Yahoo News, but I actually do this all the time, so I was excited to see that it's kind of coming to the mainstream. It's butter coffee. Have you guys heard of it?
No.
Butter in your
wow.
coffee? No? Okay, so you take grass-fed butter, so it has to be grass-fed. Unsalted grass-fed butter, and then you put it in your coffee, you blend it up, and you put some MCT oil. MCT oil is an extract of coconut oil. It's a multi-chain triglyceride, and you have that in the morning for your breakfast. It was invented by Dave Asprey from Bulletproof. The company is called Bulletproof, and it gives you a really good like brain focus for the entire day. It's like really good for performance and brain clarity, and so you don't have any carbs in the morning. And I've been doing it for like a couple years now actually, and I love it. It tastes amazing. Like I added all this fat into my diet, and it was just like incredible. So
Why skinny people always talking about adding fat to their diet? I'm just saying. but hold that thought. I just have a question as far as going back, because you said grass fed. So you mean
grass-fed, yeah.
The
Cows
cow.
that actually eat
The cow,
grass.
so the butter that the cow comes from
Okay.
eats grass and is out on the grass.
I just want
enjoying
you
a
to
good life.
explain
corn,
that,
instead
because-
of corn, because most cows eat corn, and so
Exactly.
corn
Right,
is not
corn, or
digestible.
I mean, cows
Probably
now
fillers.
eat all sorts of
And,
weird
yeah.
things and leftovers and carcasses, like nasty stuff that I
Yeah.
don't want to think about. But
Right.
yeah, like cows that are out there pasture raised on the grass. So it's just, it has a bunch of vitamin K2, which is really good for even like tooth decay. Like people say when they up their vitamin K2 that your teeth start to like almost repair themselves, like
Oh,
if you have
wow.
cavities and like decay and things like that. Even if you give it to little babies, it's really good for like bone structure. So if you want to have really cute kids, it helps to like structure the face of their babies.
Butter coffee does that.
That's what I'm saying.
Butter, the butter,
I'm
the
like-
coffee.
Oh.
I'm like,
Okay, but my
wait.
question was about the coffee.
So you have it's nice to have it with the it's actually an old ancient tradition. Like a lot of people will do it in tea. Like it's an old tradition to do it
okay.
like this type of a ghee. You would take like a clarified
I
butter and
gotcha.
put it in tea.
Right, but what type of coffee, though?
So
Because I know most
I
people
do
put
the
sugar in their coffee and all
Yeah,
that kind of
so
stuff.
I do it with bulletproof coffee. So bulletproof coffee has no toxins, no mycotoxins, so it's mold free. So it's a really good, clean bean that it's sourced from. So what that means is that you don't get like a really jittery buzz. So sometimes like I'll have coffee and I feel like oh my god, like, so, you know, I'm about to like explode right now. So, and then this one is just like the butter helps to keep everything kind of level, and but you still get like a kick of energy, and then your brain is fed off of fat, so it's like you've got this great start to your day.
With that
And where can
Yeah.
you find this at?
You can find, well, I like to use the Bulletproof coffee, so I know that they started selling it at some stores around LA, like Erewhon and
Okay.
other
Whole
places,
Foods?
or they're not in Whole Foods yet, but
Okay.
you can buy them on their website, and then you can buy Kerrygold butter from anywhere, and then MCT oil. So, yeah.
What about
MCT
for the
oil.
non-coffee drinkers like
You
You
myself?
can put it in
Not a
tea.
Okay.
You can do it with
Green tea?
Yeah, you could do it in any sort of like herbal tea and have that in the morning and blend. Which is good. You see in the photo how it comes into like this little frothy top, and then it tastes like a latte. It's like the most delicious thing in the morning. I get so excited every morning.
This sounds interesting.
And one more question: is this dairy free or does it have dairy in it?
Right.
Well, technically the butter would be considered dairy.
Okay.
So if people are allergic to dairy, then you could have the ghee. And what ghee is, it's a clarified butter. So they heat it up and they basically like scrape off the top, and the casein protein gets removed, and that's what people are mostly allergic to is casein protein. So then when people have like sort of like a dairy allergy, they would have ghee and they wouldn't have any sort of allergies. Or like
it tastes the same.
Yeah, it actually has a little bit more of like a nutty flavor, the ghee. It's really good to cook with.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
You'll have to bring some.
I was going to say, I'll bring some.
I'm like nervous about butter in my coffee, even if it is grass fed, because I haven't done butter in like a really long time.
Yeah, me either.
The best thing in the world.
Okay.
But she's the queen of fat. She's always like, you need more fat. So I'm like, girl, no, I need to lose some fat. Like,
But fat burns fat.
Exactly.
Fat
And
burns
not
fat.
bad fat. Good fat.
yeah, good fats,
Good
exactly.
Like we both
saturated
need good
fats.
and bad bacteria. So we
Yeah,
need,
exactly.
we need good and bad fat.
So I'll bring it next time. You guys can try it.
Next time.
All right, so have you guys ever heard an apple a day keeps the doctor away?
Yeah.
Of course. I
That's what they
used to tell it
say.
to my dad all the time because my dad's a doctor. Like, Dad, guess what? An apple a day keeps you away.
That is so funny.
Yes, I love
Well, I have found some benefits of apple cider vinegar. I don't know if you guys have ever used it.
Yes,
or,
I love that stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I looked up. I know you guys are like, don't give us every single benefit. But then, no, seriously, when I actually bought a book on apple cider vinegar, and it has like a cure for everything that you could possibly use in your life. It's like, oh, just put a teaspoon and then like 2 parts or 3 parts water. But I actually looked up some stuff and I realized like you can clean your teeth with apple cider vinegar. They'll be whiter. You can clear your lymphatic system. You can, like, if you have acne,
It's great.
you can like 2 parts water and 1 part apple cider vinegar and spray your face and use it as like an all-natural toner, which I didn't know until recently. So now I'm like,
So you're gonna mix that with your lemon
yeah,
water
I'm
and
a
the apple cider.
no. We're gonna separate lemon water from apple cider vinegar. But listen, I would definitely spray my face with lemon. You know, lemons, clean it, and then use the apple cider vinegar as a toner. So I was just like so excited for that. And then even if like for weight loss and then just basic keeping your digestive system flowing, apple cider vinegar. If you take 1 teaspoon and put it in a cup of water, you are good to go. So you can do that every day. You can take 1 teaspoon and mix it in like a little 1 ounce bottle and use it for like to spray your face or your body if you have discolorations, which I didn't know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm like, and it's so I'm ashamed because I had this book for like 5 years.
I have it too, and I haven't looked
And
at
you
it.
haven't looked at it, right?
Yeah.
So I saw this the other day. I just looked up online and I was like, you know what? I have a book with like 59 million recipes with apple cider vinegar that can cure everything in your life. So, if you haven't incorporated this in your diet, I would say do it for, look online, see like, oh, I have discoloration or, oh, I like this cleaner lungs or even your digestive tract. But,
So have you used it? What are you using it for?
So, okay, in the past when I decided I'm gonna use my apple cider vinegar as much as possible, I actually would just make sure I had a cup every day with a teaspoon of it. And it just like, it clears your skin, it keeps your skin clear, it helps with your digestive tract, keeping that clean and clear. And now I'm excited to use it as a toner because I really legit just found that out like 2 days ago.
Dope.
And I have like this little breakout. I know you guys can't see it. I have on makeup right now.
No, she doesn't have
But I'm going to DR in like 15 days, and I'm like, no, this needs to be gone.
What are some of the main benefits when you actually drink it that it does to your body?
Girl, don't play. I have a list here. No, it's really good.
A couple benefits.
It's good for detox.
Only 3.
They tried it, y'all.
Top 3.
Turn the camera. It's about to get real. No. It's just good, really, for like detoxing. More importantly,
okay.
so like more importantly, like your digestive. I'm really big on, or even your lymphatic and your blood, everything. It's like you know how water, they say like drink 8 glasses of water. Drink 8 glasses of water, add some apple cider vinegar because it'll just like increase the power of water, which it cleanses.
And keep in mind that there are different types.
Yes.
That's the
I like
best
this.
one.
I like
Yeah,
this picture.
Bragg's
So
the best.
so Bragg's is the best, and let me tell you guys, I'm an avid Whole Foods shopper. And
Sprouts
I actually
probably has it cheaper.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're right. But I went in today because I figured, they should have other brands that are like equivalent to Bragg's and just as good. And Bragg's was the only one that was unfiltered and, and unpasteurized. So for me, I'm a big label reader. Read your labels. That's the most important thing I say to viewers at home. Read your labels. And so Bragg's was the only one that was unpasteurized, which is very important when you're trying to get certain things out of foods and liquids, whatever you're drinking or eating. Even when you do juice cleanses, you have to do unpasteurized to get the most nutrients. So go with Bragg's. Bragg's is the best in my opinion. And they had 5 other brands in Whole Foods, but all of them were pasteurized.
And you know what? They have a really good Bragg's line, amino acids, which is a really good like salt alternative as well too. I use that with a little bit of cayenne
dressing.
and salad dressing too.
That's
It's
true.
really
That's good for
yummy
that.
as
Bragg's
well.
is the bomb. Just get Bragg's everything. It changed your life for real.
Bragg's everything, and you can mix it with a little bit of agave for like a kind of like a morning little tea and have it hot or cold.
Yeah, and it takes off the sting of the vinegar because vinegar sometimes when I put it in my water, I'm just like,
It has that bitter taste.
hence why I haven't stayed on it like I should, but I'm about to like really get on
You
it.
should do like a Bragg's amino challenge and a coffee butter challenge.
Yeah.
See how we feel like next week. I think that'd be great.
You
should try it. Do a test
do
run.
it at
Yeah, we do
home.
a test run.
Super
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
Men.
So Erica, what do you have for us today?
All right, so for today's 411 beauty topic is featuring activated charcoal. Now, you're probably thinking charcoal, I barbecue with that. But there's actually, so how I found out about it, I was in the grocery store just shopping, and I saw the magazine in the aisle, and it was Allure magazine. I'm just reading it, and I saw this beauty trend on charcoal. So it piqued my interest. I did some research on it, and I was really interested and surprised on how it's actually used. So it's mostly used in the ER for medicine. They use it for food poisoning, because how it works is the carbon in the charcoal, it attaches to the toxins in the stomach.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and so what it does by attaching to the toxins in the stomach, it keeps it from entering the bloodstream. And it works in a similar way on your skin, on your face. The dirt and oil on your pores, it connects to the carbon in the charcoal, and so that way it comes out, and when you wash your face, so it connects to it and it sticks to it, and so when you wash your face, you're rinsing out the dirt and oil. So sorry about that. So yeah, I got like
I'm so excited today.
She's like,
Get a little activated charcoal in there.
got some charcoal in my throat.
You do not want charcoal in your throat. Trust me.
Well, I take activated charcoal pills.
Oh really?
Like so it's like if you have like a bad meal, like like okay, I should not have eaten that kind of thing.
You're
or
cheating.
You drank. I mean, it's a little cheater. Like the next day, you're like, I feel kind of sluggish because I had that bad meal. You can take that and it acts the same way.
It really takes it out.
Yeah, it
and
takes
fun
it out.
fact, it's actually 500. It absorbs 500 times its weight in impurities. So that shows you how much it really works in taking out the toxins and impurities. And it's used a lot as water purification as well, and food poisoning. And it's actually, I read that it can be used as a cure for hangovers. It works in the same way by pulling alcohol out your system. So I'm really interested. If somebody tries that at home, let us know, because that's pretty interesting. So I could see how that would work in the same way. And also you can use it for removing stains on your teeth as well, removing the stains. Yeah.
And to add to that, I actually have a friend who was in the military for a long time, and he said anytime that soldiers went overseas and say they became exposed to radiation or anything else that's like crazy, like ridiculous amount of toxins, they use activated charcoal, and that cleanses the system.
Activated charcoal.
Yeah,
But see, she's cheating because the way he's supposed to do it, or
How are you supposed
you're
to?
supposed to
that's how
take
you're
a
supposed to-
you
that's-
take a teaspoon of it and you put it in a liquid and then you chug it.
It's the same thing. If you do it in a liquid or if you do it in a pill,
capsule.
it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
And if you can't find the powder form, you can actually get the capsule and break it apart and use the
And
powder.
put it in the
yeah.
liquid,
And you can use it like that. You can actually use a face mask and make your own mask with it and cleanser. And you can use it for that as well as the other things that I told you guys about. So it's pretty interesting. And you want to use activated charcoal because it's actually much more porous than regular charcoal. So that's why it's activated charcoal as opposed to just charcoal.
Interesting.
Yes. So I have another DOI for you guys. It's actually following apple cider vinegar as well, aka ACV.
No,
so
good for you.
what I want to talk about more is your use for hair and how it helps your hair and more of the benefits for your hair. So this is actually great because you can use it as a rinse. It helps to restore your pH balance. It kills bacteria. You can use it to stop itch, dry scalp, dandruff, and actually also works as a natural detangler in your hair. So you want to mix 1 part of the apple cider vinegar with 1 part water, shampoo your hair, pour it in, massage it, let it sit, and then you just rinse it out. You don't even need to use conditioner afterwards at all because it actually leaves your hair really soft. And you want to do it once a week as well. But I would do it. I personally wouldn't do it once a week. I would do it probably about once every two weeks or maybe once a month, just because it is acidic. So you want to see how it works on your hair. So I would be careful with it. So I did see some blogs that I follow on YouTube that do it once a week, and that's why I said that. But I personally would try it on your hair first and see how it works. You know, once a month, I think it would even would suffice. So that's also a really good benefit of using apple cider vinegar as well as all the other benefits that you mentioned too.
Yeah, and you probably want to test it out because my mom actually did it in her hair. I think she overdid it because sometimes you think, oh, if it's good for you, the more I use it, the better.
Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing.
Yeah, so she, like, her, it was a mess. Like,
oh my God. What are the negative effects of too much of it?
It was too much. No, it didn't fall out, but it almost like over-processed.
Yeah, because it's acidic. So it could leave breakage, it could dry your hair, so you want to be very careful.
Does it bleach it at
That's
all?
what I was thinking.
I don't think it bleaches it, but I know it can really dry your hair out and breakage because of the acid in it, and that's why you have to distill it with water. You have to put water with it and mix it, and do 1 part water, 1 part ACV. But if your hair is very sensitive and your hair is already prone to breakage, and if you already bleach your hair, I would maybe even do less than 1 part. You know,
and when
so
you say
try
1
it
part,
out.
are you saying like
Equal amounts too.
Oh, okay.
So whatever, if you use an ounce of water, an ounce of ACV, if it's 5 ounces of it, it's 5 ounces of water. So just equal parts. So if your hair is very sensitive, I would do maybe like half of an ounce compared to what you use for the water.
Especially if you got Kunta Kinte hair.
Oh no.
Because it's already like naturally dry. I don't know what hair line, because there's like different hair numbers, and I don't know
grades.
What that. Grades of hair. What is that?
Well, I think it's good for actually like natural hair. You can use it for all kinds of hair type. I think tight curls, loose curls. But I think it just depends on your hair, because even let's say you two have the same hair type, your hair still might be drier than hers. So in that case, I would be more careful with the ACV.
Native American,
you know, so it really depends on your hair. But it's actually very popular in the African American community. It's more popular in the African American community actually than other cultures.
No, I believe it because the lady who presses my hair, like that's what she uses. Like she's real old school, and that's what she uses, like to detangle our hair. But she knows what she's doing. Like she's 72.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
She's been around the block, and apple cider vinegar is like her thing.
Really?
So.
And again, I would use organic, the one that you saw up there.
Brags,
Make sure it's organic. It's the best kind of use. You can actually make it yourself, but the process takes like 6 months. It's like you have to let it sit. Like
it's not that expensive.
The apples,
to
let
buy
it sit. Yeah. So I would just purchase it because it's a process to make it yourself. So.
Oh, to make the apple cider vinegar yourself.
It's a process.
You have to let it ferment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. So it could take months.
Yeah.
I'll just buy my brags. Exactly. Keep it simple, y'all. It ain't that expensive.
It's not that serious.
That's true. Very true.
And what about this Twilight Face body scrub?
The body scrub, I don't think that was part of the activated charcoal.
Oh, okay.
So it was part of the activated charcoal.
So you can actually take that and make a scrub out of it.
You can make a body scrub with it as well, cleaning your teeth. Because in the same way, you can put it on your body, and like it takes out the toxins in your face and the dirt and oil. It is the same for your body.
Got it.
So that's the same thing,
Okay, I missed that, but now I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna try all of that.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna take notes.
You know what? I want to
like writing.
Not that I really drink much, but if I ever got hungover, I'm gonna try that. The activated charcoal. You mix it with some water and you just drink it.
Because you told someone to do it at home and let us know.
I know, right? I'll try it.
I've tried it. I've actually tried it.
For a hangover?
Yeah.
And
it's just like, even if I have a bad meal, like you just, you indulge a little bit too much. It works. Like, it's just that time it takes to feel normal again is shortened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really good.
Well, try it at home. Tell us on YouTube.
Yes,
like us,
please.
comment. We want to know what you guys are doing, and we'll fill you in on our experiments over here as well.
Well, let's get and add some little fitness in today's little.
What do you
lesson.
have for us,
Cortez?
Cortez?
Talk about the butt.
So of course, on last week, we spoke about how stretching and how it is important to prepare yourself before and after the gym. So now that we have done that, the first thing I want to talk about as far as muscles is the butt.
Hey,
Favorite body part.
That's like the most popular body part. Like everybody wants to know.
Everybody's buying their butts now.
I was gonna say they're buying it or injecting some other stuff. There's a new. I think I saw it on some reality show. I think he's J Curve or something, but he'll take the fat from one part of your body
from your stomach and put it in your
put it in your. Yeah, look at Jacquelyn's
Isn't that
face.
like a Brazilian butt lift or
It's a
something?
Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah.
But
Or
let's-
like, what's her name on Instagram who's like super famous for her big butt?
Kim Kardashian?
No.
Nicki Minaj.
Black.
No.
No.
Jen Selter.
Who?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh.
Who that is.
She's super famous.
She has like 1.5 million followers. She's
Oh,
great.
wow.
She's been on like Ellen and like
Was she
all
on
these like radio
Bethany?
shows. Yeah, she was on Bethany.
Okay, I saw it. I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh,
where
I
did
think you know what
who?
you're talking
Wait,
about.
how
say
did
her
she
name
buy that
again.
butt?
Her Jen Selter.
Yeah.
But she has like a giant. Maybe her butt's not that big, but I think it's her
In
stomach is so
comparison
small.
to,
Her
yeah.
stomach is so small, and then she has like a big booty. She has a great body, but she does like all these like workout videos.
She has
and, like,
to.
Yeah,
You know what's going to
and she's,
happen if
like,
she doesn't?
It's funny though. It's like she just was like, because people ask her, she's like, I don't know, I just do like some butt exercise.
She an
And, like,
actress?
And there's the
no,
thing.
she's
That's
just
the
like
thing.
a normal girl. She seems like she's like, you know, has never been on TV, and she's
Right.
like getting all this attention, and
Wow.
like, yeah.
So
Perfect.
hers is real.
Oh yeah, hers is real.
Okay.
Possibly.
My perfect example of why I wanted to start with the butt. Like everyone loves the butt, but it's not just about doing squats. People think that you can just do squats and get a
Yeah,
butt.
it's
You have
not
to keep
that
in mind
simple.
exactly.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind that your butt
Yeah, tell
consists
us
of
your
different
secrets.
parts.
Oh, so what are the different parts to keep your butt together?
Most of us hear it as the maximus. The
Yes,
maximus, so you have three
that's the
parts. It's the
biggest
maximus, the
part.
medius, it is the largest, and then you have the minimus. So the minimus is, of course, mini. It's at the bottom,
Yeah.
smallest part of the
And the
butt.
hardest part to probably
and the hardest part to
yeah.
get up, exactly.
Smaller.
So when doing your squats, yeah, you can do squats to get, a butt, but different types of squats. Wide legs, your
Narrow,
lunges, narrow.
yeah.
So you have different types. So don't just go to the gym thinking, I'm doing squats, I'm gonna get a butt.
But
Just
most
keep
of
in
the
mind.
time, when people do squats, they use most of their legs. Like most people don't know how to activate their
yes.
butt and squeeze.
Yeah.
And
Like if you were to
squeeze.
tell somebody to sit on their butt or squeeze your left butt cheek, most people don't know
Can't.
how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
right.
don't know how to isolate one from
We
the
don't
other.
know how to
Yeah.
isolate it.
Oh, wow.
I
Not
can
unless
isolate
you're like
mine.
I can do it. I'm doing it right now.
I'm doing it right
Right,
now too. I'm like,
everybody.
Why
let's
you
do
gotta
right
look up? You gotta
foot,
look up
right,
and do it.
left, right, left,
This is hilarious.
and then smile.
Right? Isolating butt
All
cheeks
right.
over here.
So, exactly.
That's what people should do in the car. They should just practice
Exactly.
isolating their butt cheeks.
But we talked about that before. I don't think that that segment made it to one
yeah,
of our
we did.
main show. We talked about squeezing
the booty.
your muscle. Any muscle that you're working on, squeeze that muscle. But yes, the main part that's going to grow the most out of your butt will be the maximus. It is
Yeah.
the largest. But you have to do different exercises in different ways to get a bigger, rounder, more firm buttocks. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind. Also, with that, you all spoke about water earlier today
Yes.
with the ACV.
Yes.
We'll add to that, okay? People think that drinking water you won't lose weight. You can lose weight if you're drinking water.
Okay.
Not only because, well, first of all,
I'm gonna take some
it's
water
good
right
for
now.
hydration. Exactly, it's good for hydration. And it also slows down the fat burning process.
It slows down.
It slows down.
Why?
So, no, it doesn't slow down, I'm sorry.
Oh, I heard
My mind
ice cold water.
Yes, ice cold
right?
water,
Okay.
yeah.
Slows down.
If it's ice cold, that's why they
Burns
always tell
fat.
you to get
room temp.
room temp.
Okay, so room temperature water increases.
Increases your body to burn more
To
fat.
keep
Burn more fat.
To
Okay.
burn more fat. But also keep in mind when burning calories, you also create toxins in the body. So drinking the water also is good for flushing it out and getting it out. So I'm glad that you all spoke about the ACV because
That's
You
booster.
Yeah.
add
So-
that too. Yeah,
Exactly.
that would be
Booster.
great.
and the charcoal, right? I guess
Yeah.
if you do
Yes.
the charcoal with the water or
Yeah.
whatever, it'll help cleanse
It
out.
definitely
Yeah, helps out
does.
toxins 500 times its weight in impurities.
That
Remember
is
that.
so cool.
So like one
Exactly.
teaspoon just does the trick.
Just put a little bit with some water and drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, water is very important for me because I think you said it on last episode. You saying get up in the morning and drink a glass of water the first thing you do. I
Some
do
hot
that.
lemon water is what you do, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I
too.
do
Yeah.
hot lemon, and if I have like ginger, I'll like blend it sometimes in a blender for a little bit of ginger.
That's
Yeah,
good.
but see, my mix is actually the lemon and the cucumbers. I just leave that soaked in my water, in my filtered water.
That's good.
And I just take a cup every morning. The first thing I do is take a cup, and it's true because it works very well because I'm not as hungry in the morning, so I can just have me a light breakfast, and I have to eat in increments. I can't eat a lot. Well, if you're trying to maintain a certain weight, you don't want to eat a big breakfast. That's the one thing you do not want to do in the morning. So you have your full cup of water and let it flush out your system. And for me, I love water because it's also good for my skin. It's good for your skin too.
Amen. Crazy.
I love it.
It's good for, like I said before, flushing out all the toxins, even on the top of your skin, the very top. cleans that skin. Yeah. My favorite type of water is alkaline. What is it? Alkaline.
Alkaline.
Yeah, and it comes in different.
Kangen,
Kangen
balance.
water.
Exactly. But it was so funny because when I went to the store, there's a drinking store. I've learned that in LA.
There's
a lot of
water
drinking
stores.
There's water stores. Yeah.
I've never been inside. What is inside? I always thought it was so weird.
That I go to, and it's really actually good. I mean, because if you think about how much you spend on water, like you could get the same amount of water. Like I get a 3-gallon, and I think it's like $4. So if I were going to like, a cheap store and I was just buying a gallon, it would be $1. So when I add that up, it's about the same. So
But alkaline water is wonderful because it comes in different percentages.
Yeah,
and
the pH
safe,
balance.
right, the safest that they've, I guess you can say, made legal is, I think, 11%.
Oh, wow. I've
And,
never seen that high.
After that, because that's what I get. I actually go in the store.
you get 11?
Yeah, I get 11%.
Wow.
Where did you find that?
There's
I
a
would
water
see
store,
9.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, you gotta go to a water
It's a water store.
Yeah.
It's a water store.
Oh,
So
okay.
with that, past 11%, people, I've, researched people saying that alkaline water, it gets to like maybe 13% that you can just put it on your, like a sore or something on your skin and it'll help heal.
It. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how good alkaline water is. But they had to make it a certain pH
balance.
Yeah, to a certain percentage because the pressure where they pressure wash the street, that's alkaline water. But at a very, very high percentage.
That's
so it's, of course,
expensive.
yes. So
I'm like, we're paying for that.
Exactly. So that's why they have to make
dollars
it a certain percentage. Yeah, but that's true. It's very expensive.
What does alkaline water do for you compared to just filtered water or regular water?
That's a good question. I haven't really gone
What
past
it
that,
does is like there's
is pH
You
balance.
have your
pH balance inside
Yeah,
of your
but for
body.
me-
It's kind of like
matches.
with like the toxins and all that stuff. All that stuff like alters your pH level. And like you can't. It's like 7 levels of pH or something. And like if you go up like half a point or something, it's like it could be deadly. So it's like when you have alkaline water, it helps to keep the
pH balance
in your body like
Balance.
neutralized or something like that.
Oh,
Keep
because
the
your body could
acidity
be
low.
the acid in your body.
Yeah, because
Okay.
acid, and it's so weird. It's like an oxymoron because like, what was I gonna say? The apple cider vinegar it's very acidic,
right.
but it helps to balance your pH
pH.
levels, and it helps you to be less acidic. And I forgot it's less acidic and
ratio.
more
I think
alkaline. Yes,
Alkaline.
thank you. So
Yeah.
more alkaline, less acidity, and I guess the optimal would be like if our bodies were at a 10 pH level or something along those lines, and you pretty much get them from like fruits, vegetables, lemons, like all these.
Yeah, because you
good
get a
fruits.
lot, and like the pH level can change from all sorts of different factors like pollution, and
what you put on your body.
Yeah, like your cell phone. Who knows
And
what,
certain foods,
the
right?
lights.
Like
certain toxic
foods you
food.
eat,
That's what I talk about, like toxic foods and stuff like that. So
And what you put on your body.
and that's why
everything.
vegetables help to decrease that, and so you want, and that's how cancer comes about when you have too much of like the acidity in your body, because then the cells like can't repair itself or something like that.
Right.
That's good.
So-
Get your alkaline water.
Right?
Yeah.
You some alkaline water.
Next time I see them cleaning the street, I'm gonna be like, "Can I have a little bit of that?
Exactly.
Can I just pour myself?"
So if you're not gonna exercise as much, drink your alkaline water with your little with the little ACV. What is it? ACV, right?
Yeah,
That's what the initials for it.
ACV, I like
Apple
that.
cider vinegar.
Yeah. While you're at work sitting down, you think you don't have enough, time to work out, squeeze your butt.
Squeeze your butt in traffic.
And do the exercise that Jacquelyn had. Remember when we were sitting down? The crunch.
Yeah, the crunch.
The crunch.
Oh yeah. And then the stretch.
I love all of her little exercises.
Exercise.
Yeah.
We love them.
And that's it for me.
Yeah.
All right.
So Miss Madison,
Yes.
tell us what we need to know on your fitness
You
level.
know what? So this is kind of it is about fitness, because to me, I think in my years of like training clients, the one thing that I see consistently that people struggle with is their food. So when I looked into, like for me, when I started changing the way I ate, it was because I started doing research on food documentaries. Like I wanted to know what was in food. And so it completely changed how I ate, not just because like, let me try this diet or let me try this diet. It was more about, this is what's happening to our food.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, so Katie Couric is on this new kick. It's called, the movie is called Fed Up, and it was released May 9th. And she kind of like untangles and lays down the foundation of the roots of obesity, like how it started, why it started, and kind of how lobbyists have kind of got in bed with the government and kind of figured out, okay, if we make this food cheap, it'll sell and we'll make money, but we're not going to look at what it's doing. It's making children sick. It's making people sick. It's making us obese. So
Yeah, it's so sad.
yeah, so she came up with this thing called the Fed Up Challenge, and basically what she's doing is kind of getting people to get away from sugar, because sugar is in everything, and not just, you know, the stuff that we see, like, you know, cookies, candies, like we expect that, but like sugar's in ketchup, it's in, you know,
and sugar is it hits the same part in your brain as dopamine does.
Yep.
So it's the same response and the same
And the
addictive
addiction.
qual- It's
Yes.
the addiction where you think
Right.
about it.
Yeah.
You'll be like,
And
oh,
you
I have
crave
a,
it.
when people are like, I have a sweet tooth, I'm like, everybody has a sweet tooth.
Right.
Right.
Everyone would love to eat sweets all day.
Yes.
I like people say that, and I have to be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
I can't be
join the
like, because
crowd.
you're addicted and you eat sugar all day. No.
You're a sugar crackhead.
All right, don't be a sugar crackhead.
Don't be a sugar crackhead. So what she came up with is this Fed Up Challenge. So basically the challenge is for 10 days, like, detox off of sugar. Anything that contains sugar. I know it sounds hard,
What about
right?
with fruit?
That's
Fruit is
sugar.
sugar.
Fruit
so.
is a lot of
You know what?
sugar.
And I'm not-
Katie,
I don't know.
Katie,
I know.
listen, I'm talking you at
I
home.
know.
You talking a lot of smack right now.
I agree with her.
I want to try it.
But
I tried it.
And listen,
agree.
I would tell you, I did it for 3 days. I had to kick sugar, and it was the hardest
thing.
But
Really?
it
I've
is hard
ever done
'cause
in my
an
life.
It's an
addiction.
addiction.
But what do you eat?
But and that's where I'm coming from. Like, it's
Fat.
extremely
Talk to me.
Butter.
Talk to me.
Avocado.
What do you do?
Go.
Avocado,
Listen,
salmon,
everything,
Bananas.
everything.
Apples.
That's sugar.
Oh,
Listen
bananas?
to me.
No, I think
Bananas
it's
have,
no
like,
sugar. They
sugar
have
and
no
sugar
sugar
in
in
it.
it.
They have how much?
Pineapple.
But
It sure
they have how
does.
many
It
grams?
like 30 or something.
Yeah,
really
Yeah, that's my
high.
point.
It's the
Listen to me.
highest.
Every
You dry
fruit,
bananas?
Guys, we're gonna stop
Every-
talking over each other.
every fruit, along with everything you buy that's packaged in your supermarket, has at least 1 gram of sugar. And that's why when I say, yeah, that's great, Katie, you can sit here and pitch to us all day about no sugar diet. But when you walk through your aisles,
Yep.
and every single aisle, everything except for just vegetables pretty much, or meat with nothing on it, has at least 1 gram of sugar. And I know because I had to kick sugar for 3 days. And I was so bloated from sodium because I couldn't find, you know, it was like the little stuff I could have.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to shop the perimeter and just stay away from
That's
the
good.
aisles and eat fresh.
Yeah.
It's true. That's the
Even
only
your
way
milk.
you can do it. Yeah, your milk. That's why I don't drink milk, because non-fat milk, they pump it with sugar because it's basically like water with like a
Yep.
little bit of who knows what's in milk these days.
Yeah,
I don't know. So
that's true.
I don't drink it.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar. But I agree with the no sugar. Like, yeah, do a kickstart 10-day thing like that. I'm down, and then
Let's do it, Jacquelyn. Come on, Chloe.
and then you can eventually, like, gradually bring some back, like dark
like
chocolate.
yep.
And
And even like apples, you could bring some fruit in, because pineapples, I think mangoes.
yeah, exactly.
Very high.
And bananas, like they have the most sugar. And
Because
those
sugar
are the
is the
fruit.
reason why, like, the obesity epidemic is happening.
And that's exactly what she's saying. So
I love
she's
Katie
like,
Couric.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, go, Katie.
Okay, good luck, guys. You guys tell me how
All
it
right,
is.
we will.
And I
We
hope
will.
I'll
Jacquelyn.
champion you on.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What
that's
else do you have
Oh,
for
you know
us?
what? So I kind of wanted to like go on this journey for us, like, and there was a couple of other food documentaries. One is called Food Fight, and that was produced in 2008, and then another one is called A Matter of Taste, and that's from 2011. But if you Google like the top 20 food documentaries, you could watch them for free. So I think we
Oh,
should
cool.
kind of
Where do you
watch
watch?
those.
Oh, just on
Just
Google?
online, yeah, just online. If you Google it, you could see.
Very
So I think
awesome.
we should watch those together and then kind of come back and see if anybody has any questions. I think that'd be
Have
a
you
good-
ever seen what's it called? Knives or
Over
over
fork?
forks?
That
Yeah,
was the first one
Forks
that I
Over
watched.
Knives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Forks Over Knives.
I've
That was the
seen-
very first one that I watched.
I just rented it from the library, so I'm gonna go home and watch
Okay,
it.
And what
so
is it called?
next.
Forks Over Knives. It's on being a plant-based diet.
Plant-based
Yeah.
diet.
And how animal protein affects and leads to cancer and
Got it.
diseases and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I think
So
I've seen that.
That's how I
Yeah.
stopped drinking milk.
And that's why I
When they-
became a vegetarian.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah,
watched
I'm, like,
almost-
semi-vegetarian
seriously,
right now. I'm
when
like,
they held up the glass and said milk is nothing more than a bunch of pus that comes
I
from the
saw
cow,
that.
I was like,
I
okay.
hate that word.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
you hate that word because it's true, girl. Right. And then I said, okay, you know what? At the time I drink organic 2% milk, and then I said, that's it. Almond milk it is, and that's how I switched over.
Yeah, like-
it's amazing what a
I love
documentary can
almond
do
milk.
for your
Right.
life.
Even
Yeah.
like a little bit of pus. Like,
Yeah.
pus is
Stop
not
saying
meant to be- I know, right?
Jacquelyn must still drink milk, y'all. But yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of. But we'll talk about.
What is the
other
actual
one.
word for puss? What is it?
Like,
Right.
it's called
I'm gonna look that up.
toxins leaving your body. That's what it's called. It's not supposed to be
Think about
inside.
something excremented from your body and then
Yeah.
somebody else going up. Okay, great. Let me just
Let me
go that.
That's
You better quit that milk, girl.
I don't drink milk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
she
She
drink
was
said
saying
milk.
she's getting grossed out like, oh no, they
No,
talk about it.
I make my own almond milk. I
I
like.
do too. I
Okay.
want to do that.
I drink almond milk too.
I just made
Yeah.
some the other day. It's
High
I'll
five.
bring in the
High
recipe
five.
next day.
Yay, almond milk
It's
cream.
super
Okay,
easy.
Right.
you have some homework. You got to bring in the coffee
And the almond milk.
and the almond milk, and you
Yeah.
should bring in the scrub,
Okay, the charcoal.
the charcoal
Okay.
scrub, and then we can make like some
Apple cider vinegar.
vinegar
Yeah.
spray.
Spray.
Yeah.
Cleanse it.
You know what? I'm actually gonna get everyone. We're gonna do a squat video. How about that?
All right,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Video.
Because
Yes.
I do the one-dimensional squats. I'm trying to learn the good squats.
Exactly.
Yes, I love
So
it.
let's move
Okay.
on to Miss Jacquelyn. What do you have for
I
us
have
today?
I have a good little chair stretch, so I'm connected to the chair right now, but I will still show you. You guys can do it with me.
Yay.
I have a skirt on, which maybe wasn't the best idea. But if you're at your desk, you're like here, and you're, you gotta just every 30 minutes to an hour. It's what I always say. You just gotta get up and like refresh yourself, let the blood flow and everything. So what I like to do is just like, maybe someone's watching, maybe not, but you just take your leg. I have a skirt on right now. Just take your leg and then just do a little stretch forward like that and just like release the back. What it does, it releases everything like behind the spine. It releases like all this whole hip area because you've been sitting so long. Maybe you some people kind of sit back or you kind of scrunch up. I even notice all of a sudden you're like, why am I sitting like this? Like
Right,
a little
hunched.
like,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my God, so just move around and then put your leg up, on your chair, turn around and just stretch it out. And then turn the toes from like one side to the other and then just feel like the hip rotating in the socket. And then that's just a really good stretch for you to do while you're at work. Just remember to get up and move a little bit every hour. Oh, what you should do, that's what I was going to say, is set like a little alarm. You know how you can have like a little ding or something come on? Just say like, have it pop up on your on your screen, be like, get up and stretch.
I
And
love
then you just, you're like, okay, I have to do it since my computer's telling me to do it.
Yeah,
That's a good
Little
tip,
reminder.
especially if you work a 9-to-5 job and you're always sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of, I don't work a 9-to-5 job, but I'll still have a couple hours at a time where I'm just on my computer, and I find as a fitness person, I'll like even find myself doing weird things. Sometimes I'll be like hunched over, my computer's like way far on my table. I'm like, why is
not
my
ergonomically
table
sound.
like over here? So it's like you just get so caught up. So
Yeah.
just to have those little reminders and on your screen pop up.
That's good.
And
We
a
talked
hip
about
flexor
stretching.
stretch is really good too, because when you're sitting, your hip flexors are
Yeah.
always engaged. So that's always, and most people have really, really tight hip flexors
Yeah.
Right.
all the
Yeah.
time. So that's a good one to add to that too. Can you show us, a good hip flexor stretch? That you can
Yeah.
show
That was
us?
the setup.
Right. It was the setup.
I know, with my cord.
Yeah.
Make sure I
You
don't
look
pull
so
anything.
cute in
Thank
your
you.
little skirt.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's a
anyone
good
can.
one.
They can see me. Maybe they
Yeah.
can't. They can see my foot, right?
Yeah.
So you just pull your
That's
foot
a
up.
good one.
So you grab your ankle and put it up, and then what you want to try to do is get your knees to be next to each
you
other.
are such a dancer. I so do the same thing. And you know what else I do? I squeeze my butt cheek. The one that's on,
and then if you
'cause it-
squeeze your butt,
Yeah.
then you're gonna feel it go even
You'll feel it
deeper.
deeper,
But some people
yeah.
are so tight, I don't
They
even
can't
know if
even
they
feel
can.
it. That's
But
true, yeah.
you want to try to just gently pull that foot up and hold on to something.
Yes, please.
So you don't fall when you're at work. And even then, you can just do like a little stretch back,
That's
things
good.
like that to open up the front part of your body. But yeah,
Gorgeous.
stretching is, I
That
love
is very
stretching.
good to do the first thing you get out of bed as well.
That's good.
Before you have your water.
Do a little stretch.
Do a good
You
stretch.
guys
Before you have your
Do a
water, your
lot of
activated
stuff
charcoal,
here.
and your apple cider vinegar, and your lemon, and your ginger.
Everything.
Every morning when I get out of bed, I actually reach from my foot and I bring it up, and then I reach to the ceiling.
This is
And it
a
feels
lot
really
of
good.
stuff. So
Yeah,
how many minutes does America need to do
To
all
get up
that?
in the morning.
At least 10 minutes.
At least
10
10
minutes a day.
Yeah.
10 minutes in the morning.
Yeah, because you could spread it out. You could do it like throughout the day. Do like 1 minute, like every hour, or do it like right when you wake up. First thing out of bed. I say like 10 minutes is a good
I
time.
like that. We could have like the 10-minute urban wellness and beauty challenge.
Yeah. Or regimen.
Right, the regimen.
Add this regimen
I
to your
like
life.
it. I love it. That's
Hey,
great.
hey. Well, look for that online, guys. Go to bhl.com, BlackHollywoodLive.com for that.
And then we have my exercise video. Oh yes, there I am. Okay. So these are, I started creating these, I live by the beach and, you know, we'll go to the beach and hang out, but I get super bored just laying on my towel. So I'm like, I'm going to do some workouts when I'm here on my towel. And I'll get a tan at the same time and look all nice and glistening and glowing. So if you do these videos, then make sure you hashtag tan and tone.
I love it.
So these are, this is a back exercise. I had to fit this all in 15 seconds. Oh no. And then push-ups.
I love it.
You don't need any equipment. Little runs. Pull the knees in, obliques. And then little squats. There you go for the
I
butt.
love it.
There you go, hopping.
Another different type of squat, people.
Yeah,
That's
different.
like a good one.
So in and out, in
What
and
about
out.
the people looking at you from behind? Does that make you feel like
It gives them a good day. I don't know. We all have a good day at the end of the
I always
day.
wondered who takes these pictures of you, Jacquelyn.
Are you
was that
volunteering,
guy?
God
Steven?
coming down to talk.
I have multiple people. There's different people who take pictures, or sometimes I'll bring it in next time. I have a little tripod that you can put your
right.
iPod
That's
or phone,
Right.
and then I just film myself because sometimes
It's
just
hard
like
to get people
when
to
you
do
want
it.
if you want something
And
done,
the
you
right
gotta do
angle.
it yourself.
Right.
Amen.
Exactly.
So this one was just at the eye level. Yeah, I can talk about photos next time if you guys want to talk about
Yeah,
that. But
that's great.
those are 4 exercises that hits your. So the first one was your back. You know, hands behind your head, and then you lift up. So it's a good reversing, like how we talked about how we're usually hunched over. So it's good to reverse the other way, working the back. Then there's the push-ups, which is not for guys only. I started doing push-ups a couple years ago, and then I started seeing muscles in my arms.
Yeah,
It's
and
amazing.
shoulders too.
And then the twisting, so you get a little bit of cardio if you start pumping the knees up, twisting using the obliques.
Yes.
And then jumping those feet forward. You could always walk it forward and back if that's too much, but jumping forward gets your butt, and then also your arm, your weight gets in your arms, and you start, you know, building up all those muscles in your back.
I hate the whole. I hate to use the word hate, but
Strongly
I know,
dislike.
right? Strongly dislike the women push-ups. I don't know where that comes from.
On your knees?
On your knees.
I hate.
But
I don't like that it's
weak.
called women
Women
push-ups.
I don't
like
it should
it
just be
either.
called
Basic.
modified
Definitive.
push-ups.
Modified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I do baby push. I call it baby push-ups because no, seriously, I don't got no arm, no muscle.
Well, that's the point of doing the push-ups.
Listen, I'm not strong enough
And
yet.
it doesn't bulk
Yeah.
up your arms.
It
So
doesn't.
I remember
Tones.
I have some girls
Yeah.
who will sit out in my class and be like, I'm not doing push-ups. And I'm like,
What?
I'm like, oh, are you hurt? Do you have a shoulder issue? And they're like, no, I don't want to build muscle. I'm like, are you
Oh,
kidding?
yeah.
And I'm
The
like, I
tones.
do, but I do push-ups all the time. Like,
Yeah.
do I look like Hulk
No.
here? You know?
I think because everybody's body bulks up differently,
Different.
because
Yeah.
there are like women who are like bodybuilders, and I've seen it. I'm like, whoa, okay.
But I think that's the biggest like misconception because people like when you look at a bodybuilder, the work that they put into it and the weights that they're
Yeah.
lifting and what they're
It's
eating.
very strategic.
Correct.
It's very
building those
strategic.
muscles.
Yeah.
true.
See, but they don't say that when you
I
watch
know.
it. You just like, I don't want to look like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
I
keep it
get it.
simple.
That's
I don't want to look like
I
that.
don't want to either. I used to, but I don't want to anymore.
So leave us comments if you do push-ups. Let us know if you like it, what kind of experience you have, right?
And how many can you do a day?
That's a good one.
Depends on the day.
Right.
If I've had my charcoal and my
Your coffee butter.
I do 300 a day, so like I spread
100?
about 300 a day.
He said
300
3,
push-ups?
oh,
Jacquelyn.
300.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I do 300 out of the day. What's wrong with that?
All
I
right.
think we're just in shock.
Yeah, we're
That's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
You get up and you just spread them out. 50 here, 50 there, 50 on
That's
the
how I
break.
do my
Yeah.
squats at
Yeah.
work. Me and my
That's why your
we're
legs
just
look
like,
like
all right,
that.
guys, you know, like
Oh, you did
time.
say you had a squat challenge.
Yep.
But the challenge is over.
Maybe we should do a push-up challenge.
We
in
should do
here.
a push-up
Yeah.
squat. We should have a whole bunch of challenges. I
All
like
right,
that.
next time.
Next time we're gonna have a push-up.
We'll
Push-up.
get back to you
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
shot.
tan and tone
That's good.
challenge.
Tan
yeah.
and tone, yeah.
Tan and All right, guys. I think that wraps up our show for today.
It
Thank you
does.
guys for tuning in. Remember to go on iTunes and YouTube, rate us, talk to us. We want to hear what you guys want to have us talk
Yes.
about here on the show.
Yes.
Again, my name is Chloe Onyx. You can find me on Instagram at Chloe Onyx and on Twitter at Chloe Onyx, the number 11. Where can we find you guys?
I'm Madison Chase Fitness on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, pretty much everything. It's either Madison Chase
Tumblr,
Fitness or I don't even know what that is, or Madison Chase Fit. But yeah.
Nice. Well, you can find me on all social media at Cortez G West. Yeah.
All right.
And you can find my beauty blog on YouTube at EricaBell89 and on Instagram at EllaBella89.
Wait, you said Erica what?
EricaBell89.
I thought said Erica Butt.
That's
I think so.
Too much into the butts, guys.
You can find me at actionjacquelyn.com or on my Instagram, actionjacquelyn. I'm actually doing a challenge right now with lots of prizes. We're giving away prizes to 4 people. We've got jewelry and apparel, a scrub, and something else really cool. So check it out and enter, and maybe you can win.
Boom.
All right, guys, we'll
I
see you
love
guys
it.
next time.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.